afternoon. Well, it is a good afternoon for most people, but I am very warm. As a menopausal lady, I do find this kind of heat a struggle. This is the first time today, and it's now, I'm not sure what time it is, about 4:15. It's the first time we've had any shade at all in the garden because it's south facing. So consequently, I've been sitting in there, which, as you can see, I've got all the blinds drawn, and it up until about an hour ago it was quite cool in there actually, but now it's a bit too warm. Even the sitting room is quite warm. That's north facing. I've opened a window in there now. The only room that's fairly cool is the kitchen, but the oven is now on, so I don't think it's going to be cool for long. So Mungo and I decided, with Mungo, there he is, to come and sit out here in the shade. So the vegetable garden is now in the shade. Can you see it? Can you put the eyes? Just one moment. I'll stand up. Can't do it without making a noise these days. So that's the vegetable garden, which is finally in shade. We'll walk into it actually, because I did say I'd show you the vegetable garden. Everything is in now. That is going in. In fact, it all needs good water. Once there's a little bit of sun there still, look on the beans. When the sun's completely gone, I'm going to give it a good water. I did the pots yesterday. I'm going to do these veg beds. Those are sweet peas. They're doing really well. Strawberries are doing really well. Got all the flowers. These potatoes are the first earlies, almost ready to harvest. I think starting to droop, which could be because they need water, but they're going a little bit yellow as well at the bottom. If you can see there, look, some of the leaves. That's always a sign that they're ready to harvest, when they start to go yellow. Or you get flowers. We even had berries last year, which apparently is a thing, which I didn't know until last year. Potato berries. There you go. New thing to me was that. So yeah, so the potatoes. These are, I have to be careful because of steps and things here. Those are the beans, broad beans. Not broad beans, are they? Runner beans. Yes, runner beans. And well, that's the water for the hedgehog. We have a couple of hedgehogs actually that come, so I always put water out for them. And these are the peas. And in here, I did have, you might remember, spinach over there. And something attacked it. I don't know what it was, some kind of sluggy thing, and it all went horrible. It wasn't fit to eat. So I dug it up, and I've now got 2 rows of lettuce. And in the middle, which haven't started to come up yet, I've planted some marigolds, which will hopefully keep away black flies and any other nasty things. And here we have 3 courgettes. That's my beer trap. Actually, my beer traps need filling up. But then I think, what's the point? We've had no rain here for, I can't remember, it must be 3 weeks. So there aren't any slugs. So until we get rain, I'll save the beer. It's a waste of beer, isn't it? And fill them up when we get rain. So yeah, and we're still waiting for the last of the potatoes to arrive. I ordered them same time as the others, and it came through the end of June. So why that is, because they are sort of main crops, shallots. Why I've got to wait so long. So yeah, hopefully they'll be here soon. And my tomatoes still haven't come. I'm very cross about that. I shan't order from this particular company again. I don't know why I didn't just go to the little gardening shop at the top of the street where I buy my compost. They had some in, buy them from there. I think I will next year. In fact, I might grow them myself, because I'm hoping to have, you see where that chair is there, I'm hoping to get a small greenhouse at the end of the year. I don't need a big greenhouse, just somewhere I can overwinter delicate plants like my ranunculus and a jasminoides that I have, and a lupin. And then in the spring, I can actually start off some vegetables from seed and grow my own. It'll be cheaper, I'll get more. And if I get more than I need, I can give them away to friends and family. So that's the plan. That's water, by the way, my pint pot, not gin. Although there is some wine in the fridge for later. My husband, Andrew, he's gone out to his cricket club reunion. Old boys reunion. So yes, I think he may be a little worse for wear when he staggers home. he said he wants to have his meal. He's been gone since just after lunch. It's not a night thing, it's more of an afternoon thing while there's a cricket match on. So he'll be probably staggering home by 7 o'clock. And he'll want feeding, so I'm making him something as well to heat up. But yes, he possibly will have had a few. And he's booked tomorrow off work as well because, as he says now, it isn't so much the amount you can drink when you get to a certain age, it's the recovery time. It takes a lot longer to get over it, apparently. I'm not a big drinker though, and well, I never really have been, if I'm being honest. But there you go. So I'll show you these. These didn't do much last year, but excuse me, Mr. B, may I just show this fabulous allium? Oops, can't even find it. Where is it? Ooh, there. It's different to the normal sort. It's got much bigger individual star flowers on it. I know you like it, don't you, Mr. B? Look at him, bless him. He loves it. We have loads of bees. In fact, there was a discussion on Facebook this morning, locally. Was it locally? Was it? No, it wasn't a local discussion, actually. It was a national, countrywide, UK-wide conversation on a gardening page I follow about the lack of insects and ladybirds. And I have to say, we have had lots of ladybirds here, far more than we normally have. And I've kept moving them all. I've got a honeysuckle at the bottom of the garden, and that had a lot of black fly on. And as I've been finding ladybirds, but I can't find one now, I've been moving them to where there are black fly for them to eat. And yeah, and bees, loads of different kinds of bees. Butterflies, coloured as well as the white ones and the orange tips. Anyone got any tips? Speaking of tips, anyone got any tips on Philadelphus? Right, this is a Philadelphus. I don't know which kind. Had it a while. It's been in the ground. It's been in a smaller pot. It's in a bigger pot. I know to not prune it until after it flowers because you're cutting off next year's flowers. I fed it and watered it. I've had it in the sun. I've had it in the shade, and it will not flower. Now, this is also a Philadelphus. Little white dove, which is stunning and has flowered. This is its first year, and look at it, it's beautiful. It smells gorgeous too. And also this one is also a Philadelphus, and this one is called Belle Etoile, and that smells gorgeous too. So it isn't as if I don't have the right garden or soil or compost or, you know, to grow them, because I obviously do. But for whatever reason, this one will not flower. So I'm going to put him in a bigger pot, a ceramic pot, and upgrade his compost, feed him, and he's got another chance next year. Otherwise, I'm afraid I've had to say he'll be on his way if he doesn't. This is beautiful, this geranium. Stunning, isn't it? And it's just past its best, that particular bloom, but look at this rose. Oh, where are you? Do you know I'm terrible at trying to focus on? Oh, there he is. Look at that. This is a David Austin rose called Pretty Jessica, which we bought it in memory of our little King Charles Spaniel who died 8 years ago yesterday, and she was called Jessie. And this is where she lies now. Well, her ashes are in this big pot with this beautiful rose. So you're looking beautiful, Jessie, as you always did in life. This has flowered as well for the first time in a few years. Again, we topped its compost up last year, so I can only assume it was the extra nutrients, and it's got 4 flowers on it. Yeah, 1 open, 1 nearly open, and 2 in bud. So I'm pleased about that. So yeah, so just a quick little update. Oh, I shouldn't have moved into the sun. Sweating cobs. What are cobs? Oh, what are cobs, Mungo? You don't sweat. You're very lucky, aren't you? You just have the sense to find a cool shady spot to lie, don't you? Yes, you do. He loves to sit there because he can see everything that's flying around. All the birds, the bees. I keep telling him not to try and catch a bee because A, it will sting him, and B, bees are very important. We need bees. Can you hear the buzzing? Stop now. I think, oh, she's standing up again. I think it's this campanula at the back of me. Let me go and have a closer look. There's loads and loads of bees on it. They love it. Trouble is when you get lots of birds, you get lots of bird poo going everywhere. Oh, and I've got a spider there. Let me see. A little spider making his nest, making his web. Where's the bee? It's starting to go over a little bit, is this? Isn't it gorgeous? Can you hear? There's definitely a bee somewhere around here, isn't? Oh, there he is. There he is. Oh, hello. It's probably the same bee we saw earlier. You're a very busy bee, aren't you? Very busy bee. And this is now in flower. This Sambucus niger pink lace, which looks beautiful, but oh gosh, it does smell. It's terrible. And when you're sat just in front of it as well here, it just smells like cat wee. I'm afraid it is not pleasant, but it's such a shame to chop off the flowers. I don't know if this is the right kind of elderflower, but you can make champagne apparently out of the flowers. I've never tried. Somebody going on holiday or somebody coming home. Don't need to go away on holiday, do they, when we've got this weather? Certainly don't need to go abroad. Anyway, I've done 11 minutes of non-stop waffle. I'm sure nobody will really be listening to it anyway, so it's fine. It's just a nice record for me for future years. So, oh, and the birds up in the tree. This big tree here is stunning. And we're getting, can you see there's a magpie up there? We've had 2 magpies, but we had a family of blackbirds and they had a nest in there with some babies. And one day last week, 2 magpies and a jackdaw came and took the babies away. And the poor blackbirds have now got no babies. But you know, bless him, I love Blackbird. He's still singing. He still sings every morning, he still sings every evening. I'm just hoping they find a better place to put the nest. Look how breezy it is. And they have a second brood more successfully. Thank goodness it is a bit breezy because it will be unbearable otherwise. At least it isn't humid. Anyway, I'm going, you'll be pleased to know. I'm on my way. So we'll have a little catch up. I think I might do an little upstairs tour, because I've never done an upstairs tour. We had our bedroom redecorated 18 months ago. So I might do a little record of that later in the next week perhaps. Okay. See you later. Bye.